Hello everybody, I'm Christian Lamitschka for Country Music News International, and today on the show we have Scott Honaker. He is not familiar with the ex-president of the DDR. So, Scott, welcome first of all to Country Music News International.
Well, thank you very much, Christian. It's a pleasure to be here.
I just realized you can't speak German, so I was thinking about your last name, that you're familiar with this guy from the DDR, but you aren't. So I hold in my hands, folks, a great EP with 8 songs on it, called Four on the Floor. How did you come up with the idea?
Well, the idea for the name of Four on the Floor came from the very first song on the CD. The very first song is called Raise That Cup. I'm a huge auto racing fan, and I've been for years. And the idea was, there's part of the song that talks about four on the floor. Like in a race car, you have a manual transmission with a 4-speed. So I had the idea to use that little phrase for the cover and for the name of the CD.
So folks, I will show up the CD for you, that you have an idea how the artwork looks like. Scott, tell us a little bit what brought you to Country Music City, USA.
Well, my wife and I moved to Nashville, Tennessee, going on 12 years ago. And I was just like everyone else who comes, an aspiring songwriter and a singer. And we actually visited here on our first anniversary and spent about 3 or 4 days and just got hooked. We love the city. We just love the vibe here, and so that was the main thing that brought us here, was not only the opportunity to get to sing and to write, but just the vibe of the city was just great.
Let me know if I'm wrong, but you looks like one of these guys from the Blues Brothers with this hat.
Oh, okay. Well, you know, I don't look good in a cowboy hat. I've tried that, and it just doesn't work. And the next best thing was is this a fedora, I guess you could call it? So you just happened to catch me on a day when I was wearing it. So
you looks like a guy too who have a lot of fun on stage. What can people expect to see when they visit one of your concerts?
They can expect to be part of the show. It's always good to be able to interact and to talk and to find out what people want to hear and to make sure they have a good time. So I don't always tell jokes because I'm not the greatest comedian, but they can expect to not only have fun but to be part of what's going on.
So that means, folks, probably, I don't know, I've never been on one of his concerts, but sounds like he picks you up and you can sing duets with him on stage.
That has never happened. I have seen people who that's happened to, but no. But hey, you never know. You never know.
So, and we have to talk with him about what his wife cooks for him. But of course, we got the information he is really picky by his dinner and lunch.
As a matter of fact, I do the cooking. Oh, so oops. I'm the cook. Yes.
So then we got wrong information.
Yes.
We got the information that your wife is cooking for you.
Oh, she will do very little cooking. I'm the one that I love to cook, so when I get the opportunity to, I do what I can. And as a matter of fact, before I came today for the interview, she had not come home from work yet, so I actually fixed dinner and had it ready to go when she got home, and I left. So dinner is ready as I speak. So I'll get to eat as I go home afterwards.
So what's the favorite food you like to cook?
Oh, goodness. My 2 boys, my 8-year-old and 6-year-old boys, they love pizza. But my favorite is stuffed mushrooms.
Whoa.
Mm-hmm. Yes, I like to. You can prepare it several ways. You can use crab meat. You can use turkey. You can use hamburger. But you prepare it with stuffing and certain other special ingredients. And once you combine that together, you get large, giant portobello mushrooms. Gut them out, stuff them in there, and you can use marinara sauce to put them in, or you can use Alfredo sauce. Bake them for about 15-20 minutes, get them nice and warm, take them out, put some cheese on top of it, back in for another 10 minutes or so.
By the way, let me ask you one thing, because a friend of mine, he's cooking too for his wife, because she's the better cook. But they have an agreement. When he's cooking, she have to clean up the kitchen. Do you have the same deal?
No. I try to clean up as I go.
Oh.
That way, when I'm finished, there's not as much of a mess. That doesn't always work, but I try to do that. Or a lot of times, I'll try to prepare things before she gets home. That way, they're ready just to put into the oven. So,
Well, your wife can be really happy. You clean up the kitchen, you cook for her. What's her job?
well, she is a physical therapist, so she does that full time. I do the best I can with it if it's up to her standards, which a lot of times it's not. But but she has the full time job while I not only clean, but when I'm not at home helping with the boys or whatever, I'm out singing, doing this full time. So
let us come back then to the point of your music.
yes.
What can we expect to see from you in the future with new CDs, new music, and so on?
Okay, I have new songs that are written but are not recorded yet. I currently have 5 that are ready to go, but I'm still working on some newer material aside from that, and I'm hoping to start recording maybe in mid to late summer, and hopefully, knock on wood, we'll have a new CD maybe by early next year.
So, what can fans do when they want to keep up to date with your career?
Okay, I am on Facebook, of course. That's Scott Honaker Music. I'm also on Reverb Nation, Scott Honaker there. Twitter, I'm on Twitter at Honaker Scott. Let's see, I'm also joined a new thing called Periscope, which is connected to Twitter. I've used a couple times to stream gigs that I have, and I know some people are doing that as well. And I'm on iTunes with not only 4 on the Floor, but I have a CD that was released in 2010 called Who Made the Road. So I have those 2 CDs on iTunes as well.
So, folks, you know what to do if you want to keep up to date with him, or stay here on Country Music News International, where we keep you up to date what he cooked for next time for his wife. Have a good one. I'm Christian Lamitschka.